Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and then we're also on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, today what I wanted to do is just some altered playing cards. So I just had a few ideas of what I wanted to do. None of them are new or anything. I just thought it would be fun to play. So I did get some napkins out and I just took them down to 1 ply. Man, this one was so tough to get the plies off. You can see I actually ripped it and there's still some here, and I just thought, ooh, I'm just leaving it. So I thought I would start with those first. I left my desk icky. I haven't cleaned it good because I knew that we would be doing some ick. So, let me just get a drop cloth here. There we go. So I thought I would do the ones that I'm going to Mod Podge first. And then I might Mod Podge all of them at some point, but then we'll do the other stuff as that's drying. So I think I'm going to Mod Podge this one. I laid all my cards out like this just to have them upright, but I'm actually first going to do the backs of them. So on this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this fun little mushroom. I think that'll be fun. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down and then get it in place and then Mod Podge. Oops. That's the plan anyways. Okay, let's get this guy here. I'm going to try to get that full cap on the mushroom and maybe even a little bit of the flower. There we go. I think that'll be cute. And I'm just going to do a rough cut around because once it dries, we'll take the whole thing. We'll get it all the way off. Okay. Oh, my stomach's growling. All right. Okay, so that one is on the card. And then I wanted to do this one as well. And so how about we do that on this card? Find where it's not too gooey. Kind of do the same. Just put some glue down. And then let's see, where do I want that? I'm going to try not to get, this border has like a selvage to it. So I think I'm going to try to avoid that and maybe get that little bumblebee. Yeah, he's cute. Okay. So this is just to help with the placement. I'm going to put the Mod Podge on and that will seal it down. You don't have to seal it down. This is fine to just use glue as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to use my coffee talc Mod Podge and put over it. Okay, so I'm done with those for now. Set that over here. Okay. Okay. All right. I hope everybody's having a good day. Oh gosh, I should have loosened that before I came in here. Oh man. Oh gosh, I can't get that. Let me pause and go get it opened. 1 sec. Okay, wowza, that was tough. This is just that same mixture I put in the glass jar, and I think what happened is the glue hardened around it. This is going to be pretty watery on this napkin. I'm going to stir it up really good. I gave it a good shake, but I can see that the Mod Podge has settled. It didn't mix in very well when I gave it a shake. I'll give it a little stir here. I can feel it thickening. Anyways, hope you're having a good day. Yesterday was a great day. Weather-wise, it was beautiful. Joey got the pad poured. I think I told you about that. And it was supposed to rain today, but I don't think it rained this morning like anticipated. He did put a cover over it last night. Okay, might be a little bit coffee on there. Coffee grounds have settled. Ew, what is that? Ew, I don't like that. That did not happen the last time. I wonder what that is. Yuck. Blot that off. It's gooey glue from the very bottom. So this mixture may be on its last day. So because I don't want to go over it, while it's wet too many times. I just want to drag it once, and be done with it. You can see it absorb into that napkin. But I do not like the gooeys. So I'm going to avoid the bottom of this jar. I want to get all the way to the edge, all the way around. Hopefully that will help it to not tear when we cut it off. Okay. I hope it behaves on this one. This is a little bit of experimental because I haven't used this formula on napkins with the playing card, but I think it's going to work. Okay, it has a little bit of that goo there, but whatever. Okay, I'm going to set this over to dry. Hopefully that won't. Okay, there we go. Let's stick that over here. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do, let me get another paper, is wow, things are just not working the way I planned today. Everything has a little bit of a glitch. Is I wanted to use I just wanted to put on some scrap of paper. I used this the other day when we did Retro Roxy Wednesday to make those little reinforcements. Where's my glue? Okay. So I want to all I'm going to do is I just want to put this down. So I did bring over some dyed paper that we can use as well. What do I want it? Do I want just the pink? Maybe I want the butterflies. How about the butterflies? I did bring over some dyed paper that we could put on the back that, you can use as an extra writing space, but sometimes it's fun just to have another embellishment. Okay. I'll go this way. We can also create some writing space on this too if we want to. Okay. Let's try this on there again. See how it works on this one. It's very pretty. Just kind of knocks it down a little bit. Gives it a little flat yet a sheen a little bit, Make sure all the corners are good. All right. We'll set that aside for just a little bit. Okay. And then on this one, I thought what I would do is I got these, I've put the other ones in another bucket that I use for washi, but I thought these would be fun to put on a card. I've never done that before. I've never even used these before. So I thought that would be fun. See what it would look like. It's about the right height. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue here just to give it a little extra. Where did I see that at? Here it is. And I might overshoot it just a little bit so that I don't cut it too short. I can't see. Eh. Oh, it's very sticky. Washi, that's great. Yowza, very sticky. That's awesome. Very cool. I like that washi. That's so pretty. You can still see the card. This has a little pretty little butterfly. I'll put that on my desk over here for a second in case we decide we want to use it for something. Just going to give that a good squishy. Fun! That's neat. I think I'm going to put... I think I'm going to put a little teeny tiny label on that. Cut it down just a little bit. I have all the windows open, so you may hear a bunch of birds singing. Let's see, that was coming apart somewhere. I hear a bird just right outside the window. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's so sweet. I like that. It's neat. Cool. Well, we got one done. It's fun. All right. And then this one. Let's try this. Okay, there's where the end is. So this will probably show up a little bit different since it's red. Let's see what happens. Did I already say that I think my girls got me this for Christmas? I got one set, and I don't know which one was which. I got one set from my sister-in-law, and I got one set from my girls. So there is a little waste on my part by doing it this way, but I know I wouldn't be able to line that edge up completely. I don't think I would have enough control of the washi to line it up completely. So I'm going to save that little piece over here on my desk too. Maybe we'll use it. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, very good. All right. Awesome. Okay, so we've got those kind of decorated. Let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, they're still, well, that one's pretty dry. It's a little bit wet. I wonder, I might ruin it doing this, but I like to just take, I get these heavy duty emery boards that just the beauty supply, and I just kind of run it over. It is still a little wet, so to be really careful, especially around the corners. But I have a little bit of impatience about me. Which one is that? Butterfly? Yeah, and I want to do another step on this butterfly. Made a bubble. I think I need to wait and let that, well, no, it's coming off. But I'm touching it a lot. Let that sit for a second. Well, how's this one doing? This one, that might not have been a good idea. It's very wet. Okay, well, the next thing I was going to do on this one isn't going to work just yet, so I'm going to do it on a different one. Let's do this one. Let's see here. What's this one? I was going to do, kind of match a couple of them up, but I was going to do these two together. I don't know if you can see them. They're both Monets, so I was going to do those two together, but we'll do the next part and then add that one later. So what I was going to do is I would like to take some paper, coffee dyed paper, and measure it. What I'd like to do is measure it this way. Oh gosh, get nice and in the corner. See if I did that well enough. Okay. Then I just want to kind of wrap it for a second. As tight as I can without tearing anything, hopefully. This paper is a little bit torn on the edges from just dyeing it, you know. Okay, so then what I'd like to do is I'm going to cut this down a little bit so you can see more of the card. And then I'd like to just have it do this. And so it has all that writing space behind it. Okay, so let's cut this down a little bit because I don't want that much of, I want to be able to see this pretty washi here. So we'll just do it like that. And then if we put another card on the back, like to make it a little bit of a book, then what I might do is cut this down. If it's one of those that I've done something to. If you don't do anything to it, you just want to use a plain old card, you wouldn't have to. You could use the whole sheet. But I do want to grab my corner rounder, and I'd like to see, it looks like it's that middle one that's going to work, and I'd like to round these corners. Get it in there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink it. I think it'll look it'll look neat. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need to ink inside and out just to, so you could see it on both. Okay. I don't get concerned about things folding under, or, you know, on something like this. I think it kind of adds a little bit of character, as well as like these little tears. It's okay. When it naturally wads up like that, I mean, it's just copy paper, so it's not super sturdy. So when it naturally wads up like that, I give it a little distressing on it, on that little edge that it makes. So this will give you quite a bit of a writing space for such a small piece, you know, small area. That card, you know, you can tuck that into a pocket. You could just give it in a letter or something to somebody as a little journaling gift. I like to, for my granddaughters that have a junk journal, my youngest grandson does too. Sometimes I'll give them something to write on or put in their journal. So this would be fun to do. I have some children's playing cards too, so it would be fun to do. You know, just as they are. As the card is, you wouldn't even have to, you know, do any altering, except just putting a little bit of paper on it. Still haven't planted anything. I'm just dragging on that. I'm going to end up probably buying plants, flowers that are already, you know, established. I do that to fill some of the pots anyways. Okay. I'm going to use this over here. Give a good amount of glue. Just make sure that my image is where I wanted it on the other side. Okay. Just checking it here. I might have to trim the edge a little bit. And I'm just going to accordion it shut like that. I think that's fine. And then if you had, let's see if I have anything. Oh, here. How about this brown? I still have this on my desk from Retro Roxy Wednesday. Could give it like this. This reminds me of tying my girls' shoes when they were little. You know, back then they had to, does anybody remember you had walking shoes? And they were the tiniest little shoes, and you put them on your babies when they were starting to walk. They were special walking shoes. They were little white leather with the little leather bottom. Oh man, they were so sweet. Anyways, you would have to tie the tiniest of bow, and sometimes we put little bells on them so we knew exactly when our kids started running about. Okay, so that one's done. That turned out pretty cute. Easy sneeze. What's going on over here? That feels like it's drying. That's somewhat dry. I'm not crazy about the way it turned out. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. But on this side, I thought what I would do is, now the great thing about this is, I mean, most decks have 52 cards. So you can do all kinds of things in just a experimental. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. This one is dry enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and then I thought what I would do is just put on some, yikes, oof, that glue got ick. Just put on some of the inside of the napkin and then see what happens with that. I'm using the middle because I'm trying to avoid that salvage again. This does have kind of a shadow of the previous. Let's tear it out. The little mushroom, I don't know if you can see that, has a little bit of a shadow there. Okay. I'm just going to layer. It's risky. It feels like it's tugging. You can see where it doesn't catch. Kind of gives you like a little bubble. So while I probably wouldn't do this, do the front and the back like this, you know, like what I've done, this gives me two different ways to look at using a napkin. The front has the mushroom on it that we Mod Podged, and this has the backing of the napkin, and I just put multiple layers on it. Feels good. I'm just going to cut around it because I don't know if it can take that file with this glue. It's kind of mushy right now. Okay, so, oopsie. So here's a way that, you know, maybe you want to do the front side, still keeping the front side the way it is, and just adding that couple of layers, put 3 layers of napkin. Maybe you can write on that if you want. It's nice and flat. You can still see the image behind it, and then this side is Mod Podged on. So maybe that's kind of fun. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to do is, I don't think I want to do it on this. This one's almost dry. Let's see. Maybe we'll do it on this side. So, I saw someone, I can't remember who it was flipping through, maybe it was on Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember, but what they did was they put pieces, so I'm going to just try it here. They put pieces of, and get some scraps. Pieces of paper on there, you know, let's see if I have any different paper over here. Okay, oopsie. It's not very gluey right now. That's weird. That's not really wanting to stick. I wonder why. Okay, and I'm just going to tear that off right now. Okay. We need to let that dry pretty good. I don't even know if this is what they did. I can't remember. Something about this. They put this on. They actually even put some book page on. So maybe we do that. Maybe a little bit of this over here. I hope it sticks. It's the card is glossy, so I'm hoping it sticks. Might need to wait a little bit for that one. What could we do with this one? I think it looks pretty good, actually. This one is about dry. Maybe I just go ahead and cut it off. I think my favorite part is adding, you know, the papers to it to make it a little journaling spot. Other things I've done, like in a journal, is I've just used the card as it is and then just glued, like, let's say coffee dyed paper or something on the back to just make it a little journaling card. Of course, you could always make them into a tag shape if you wanted to as well. But like I said, just, you know, get some cards out and experiment and see what works and what doesn't work. I think probably I won't use the Mod Podge again. It's I don't know, unless it's just my patience. I mean, I come back after it's fully dry and I'm loving it. We'll see. Okay, what's this one doing? Yeah, I think it's the, I wonder what would happen if I used art glitter glue, if it would stick better. Because like this isn't sticking. This isn't sticking. Wonder if that would make a difference versus the glue stick. That's just a different type of glue, you know. Yeah. So basically what she does is once this is on and it has a chance to dry, that's why I left it a little bit long on the edge, then what she'll do is she'll rip it off and pieces of it will stay on there. So it kind of looks very distressed. It looks very distressed. Wonder if maybe we should add some paper to these, to this. Maybe, oh no, that's my little bumblebee. Okay, I don't mind that. Clean that edge up. Clean that edge up. Yeah, I don't mind that. How about like a little faux tab up here? Let's see if I can put a little color on that without disintegrating this paper. It's very fragile. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's all right. I like it better. All right, let's see if this art glitter glue has dried. Forgot to put the lid on. And then we're just going to call it a wrap as far as play goes with this. And hopefully you'll get in and play a little bit yourself. Okay, so that's fine. Oopsie, I don't want the whole thing to come off. She just ripped off and it left like little pieces here. So let's see what else happens. Nope, it's still not dry enough. It's this, for some reason, this one that is the most fragile is the worst. So that just kind of gives it like a, I'm just getting that off, it gooed up, brother. It just kind of gives it a worn look. You can see here. Then I might go over it with Vintage Photo once this guy's dry here. Just does not want to stick. He might become permanent. He may just end up living there if he doesn't behave well. There we go. Got some of it off. Still a little damp glue-wise, but you know I can't wait. So I'll go around the edge. I don't know if that is a good idea or not, actually. know if you can see that. Doesn't always look great when you have glue and vintage photo together, I don't think. So lesson learned. Lesson learned. That's what it's about. Today is learning what works best. Let's get rid of some of this. The trash. What works best, and you know, what's a fail. And I would say not waiting to put vintage photo on. And then what do? I'm going to go ahead and put this on just to see what will happen. Maybe it will solve everything. That's not too bad. I like it better. Keep playing. I like it better. Okay, what do we do over here? That's almost dry. I'm going to put another coat on it. And then I think, I don't know. I was going to say I think we'll be done, but I don't know. I might add another coat on some of the other ones too. We'll see what they look like. Well, the second coat definitely makes it look better. I can say that. So, what's this one doing? Should we put the Mod Podge on it? Let's do it. Okay, the Mod Podge just beads right over that washi because it's plastic. But it does give a little bit of a tint to the rest of it. What's this one? Okay, that's the mushroom, and then this is the butterfly. Let's do it. Let's just do them all. Ooh. I like the way this one was by itself without doing this. So let's see what happens when we put some coffee Mod Podge on here. I don't hate it, but I think I liked it better the other way. Yeah, I think I liked it better the other way. And then put this away. Then this other one, gotta put my file away. Clean up just a smidgy. Get a little room. Okay. Okay. I think that guy is done. This is done. Okay. I like how that one turned out. That's that side, which was the side that had the numbers. And you could go back over it. We went over it one time with the Mod Podge and then tore the paper and went over this one. I kind of like how that turned out with the Mod Podge. I like how the printed part turned out a lot. I like that. So I might try that again. This one we just left the back, and then here is the inside. Mod Podge the napkin on, and then we put these strips of paper. Now this one was the one that I was going to put on the back here. So we'll see about that. And then this one is just a plain card. And we put the washi. And then I went over it with that coffee dye. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's beading up. Now, when I did this Mod Podge, this coffee Mod Podge talc thing on a tin can and it beaded up, it dried that way. So I'm anxious to see if it dries beaded like that. Then this one is probably my least favorite. I think it's a cute little napkin. I like the card, but I just don't know that I like it with that Mod Podge on. I think it made it a little dingy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe after it dries and I vintage photo, it'll look a little bit more antique-y. And then this turned out okay. It has a little bubble there. This was 3 layers of the inside of a napkin. You know, that part we tear off. And then we went over it with that Mod Podge. It's okay. And then this one is just that little plain card that we put some washi on. We did not do Mod Podge, can you believe it? And then we just used some paper to make a nice little journal place. You could tuck that in somewhere. And then we tied it like our little baby walking shoes. Would be cute to put a bell on here. Okay. Awesome. All right, well, that's it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me today and doing our trials and our experiments on playing cards. We'll see what else I can come up with, and if I dink around some more, I'll put some pictures on Instagram and my Facebook, or Joey and I's Facebook page. So I hope you have a great rest of the day, and don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know that you're so loved. All right, bye, everyone.